I am one of your hosts, Aubrey Warwick, and I am joined with my co host.
Hey guys, I'm Andy Wagner.
So, today we're talking about a hot topic, and it is how to vacation without blowing your healthy lifestyle. And we want to tell you guys and be completely transparent. Our ways of handling vacations have changed and evolved, and we've perfected our own personal techniques or um, fitness and nutrition hacks over the years. And today we're just going to kind of share with you some of our favorite ways to come back from vacation feeling really good. Like we don't need to have a detox. So Andy, I actually want to talk to you first about this a little bit. So really, I think that you do vacation so well from my perspective. And when I see you vacationing, you have like this good balance of having your cake and to eat it too, but not really suffering the consequences from that. So if you want to just kick things off and tell me a little bit about more about how do you do it?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's definitely evolved over the years. I've had those, and this is, I'm talking way back, but I've had those vacations where I go hog wild and just eat and drink and be merry. And I come home and, like you said, I need a detox big time. I've also had a couple of vacations where, and I know you're going to talk a little bit more about this, but I've had something coming up, like a fitness show coming up. And so I've had, and there are two that I can distinctly remember where I was on point, on plan the whole time. No drinks, no off plan foods, nothing. I was squeaky clean and I came home and went right into my shows.
Mhm.
So, it's kind of the full spectrum. But nowadays I feel like I'm so consistent with my clean eating and I'm so consistent with my workouts that I can just transfer that right into a vacation, and I don't
Mhm.
have to make a drastic change in
Mhm.
my lifestyle. Now, one thing that I do um, when I'm on vacation, and I guess it depends where you're going as well. So
Mhm.
I should back up it for a second. If I were going to like Italy, okay, I'm in Italy, there's fresh pasta, there's bread, yeah, I'm probably gonna have a little bit more off-plan
Yeah.
stuff because,
Yep.
that's the thing there. Or
Yep.
if I'm in Napa, I'm not gonna go to Napa and not drink wine,
Right.
right? So
Right.
that might be a little bit different scenario. But
Mhm.
for the most part, when I'm vacationing now, and just at this point in my life, I have a 17-year-old son who plays travel sports. He plays travel baseball. Most of my vacations are traveling to a
Mhm.
baseball tournament.
Mhm.
And I just I transfer my healthy lifestyle to that. And
Mhm.
one thing I try and do is I don't have more than one off-plan thing a day.
Mm.
So that kind of keeps me in check where I can go ahead and maybe I can have a couple drinks with the moms at the hotel after the game, or I can go out with my family and get some ice cream. And I
Mhm.
never feel deprived, but the rest of the day, I'm on point and I'm
Yeah.
getting my workouts in and it really isn't changing that much from when
Mhm.
I'm at home. Um, but that's just with my healthy lifestyle right now because I'm not doing those fitness shows anymore like
Yeah.
someone else.
Yeah, and no, and I'm just kind of taking notes here so we can have kind of like some good takeaways. But have you ever vacationed? Well, obviously with your son and probably all the parents with the travel league and stuff. But if you've ever vacationed with friends who have a completely opposite lifestyle than you, okay.
Yeah.
I remember this was like maybe a year and a half ago. We would vacation with friends. It's hard to vacation with friends because then you're like, oh wow, we're so polar opposite in this one aspect of our life. So what they treat vacation like it is an all out like spring break. I just turned 21. Let's go. And I had no idea. And I kind of grew up like a little bit of a people pleaser with food. Like was the girl who always had to clear her plate because that made grandma happy or whatever. So I get really easily swayed or like food pressured when I'm around people like that. I've learned that about myself. And now it's a lot easier for me to say no to that. But I learned real quick people who I want to vacation with and who I don't, or like we shared a house together and that was hard. So
Yeah, that
when you
is
share
tricky.
space with someone, I think that's an important takeaway. It's like, who are you vacationing with? And know yourself. Like, you know, um, we've discussed in topics past, like you don't have to tell everybody like I can't eat that. I'm, trying to make sure, you don't have to tell
Right.
everybody your goals because then they are just going to get on you about it and it's not going to be a good scenario. But it is a matter of like how can you um be in that environment and people are still thinking like you're drinking, like you have your club soda water and lime so nobody's giving you ish when you're not having, your vodka or you're not in the same headspace as them because they're all in like, it's a frat party.
So
So,
true, so true.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
or
do
just
you
in
have
in
people like
frenzy.
that when you go on these trips? And how do you
I
handle it?
do. Most of my close friends know what my healthy lifestyle looks like,
Mhm.
and I don't get too much crap. Um, but and also with the baseball families, like they don't give me to actually when they see me having something off plan, they're like, "Ah, what are you
Yes.
doing?"
I was just gonna ask you that. I was gonna say, did they give
Yeah.
you crap for that? So, I mean, no
Yes.
matter what, like we can't be super sensitive to
I
the
know. I
stuff.
can't
Like,
wait.
but my one friend, she's like, yeah, I bring food that I know Aubrey, um, shouldn't be eating, and then I see her eating it, and I was like, you little sabotager, you or saboteur, But people they watch you, and it just
Yes.
why they do it. It's just because it's interesting. It's
Yes.
interesting to watch someone like you, like, wait a minute, this woman who, they put you on a fitness pedestal or a
Yeah.
nutrition pedestal. So when they see you being human, it's really like, it
Yes.
kind of baffles them a little bit.
And
So,
I
you know,
on these baseball trips, I'm with all the moms, the baseball moms and dads, but mostly the moms. And it's actually kind of cool because they're like, Andy, are you working out today? What are you doing? Can I
uh-huh.
work out with you? And I've
Mhm.
had like boot camp classes around the pool because
That's
so
awesome.
many moms want to come and work out with me. So that's really, really fun. Or
Yeah.
we'll be at a restaurant and they'll be like, Andy, what should I order?
Yeah.
Um, so it's kind of awesome that they're not always picking on me.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want
Oh,
to learn
yeah.
and they want
I
to
mean, the
know.
great thing
So
is they respect you. You've had, gosh, you've coached what hundreds of people. Maybe I'm sure up in the almost thousands. I don't know in terms of like working with
probably.
Savage and stuff. In terms of like people really seeking, your advice and guidance, and in terms of helping them so that they can succeed with their goals. So I think that's awesome. They have you at arm's length. So that's a great thing.
It's super fun. I totally enjoy
Mhm.
doing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with that being said, I really enjoy um, just wherever we are. I try to embrace the area
Yeah.
and doing cool things there. And it really
Mhm.
is, it's a mental game, changing your mindset
Mhm.
around. It's not just all about the food. We have to enjoy the people
Yeah.
we're with, the activities we're doing.
Mhm.
Um, and,
Yeah. I
uh,
feel that, the takeaway that I'm getting from you is like, okay, first of all, where are you going? If it is somewhere luxurious and like a once in a lifetime bucket list trip like Italy, we've gone to Italy before. There was you can't really overeat when you're in Europe, in my opinion. You are eating just enough. I mean, it's not the land of gluttony. It's just more like the foods are real food and their quality. And from what we like to label it here in America or whatever, that, oh my gosh, you mean that's pasta or it's
yeah,
full fat, what full fat cheeses, full fat dairy. And so you want to experience that. And I think that one is a great takeaway. But I really like your tip of like one treat a day. Okay. Or one off plan meal. If it's ice cream or, you're budgeting the number of alcoholic beverages. I'll do that. When we went to Key West this fall, I was like, all right, Aubrey, you're going to have two alcoholic beverages per day.
mhm.
And for some people, that might sound like a lot, but for those who know me well, you're like ready to, high five me because before I had my son, I would go on vacation. I would treat vacation like it wasn't that I overate, it was that I would overindulge in alcohol because I associate alcohol with fun.
It's
Now I'm
so
not.
fun to go to the pool and have a drink and meet your
Mhm.
friends out, have a drink. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. And I'm I can handle alcohol to the point where I'm not an alcoholic, right? So for me it was kind of like appropriate. Oh, I'm so sophisticated. I got a martini or I'm having wine and I mean that's where I would spend my money and my calories was in alcohol. And as we all know, if you have some fitness goals or body composition goals that alcohol is going to kill your gains probably even more than eating dessert every day. But
Absolutely.
I can negate the dessert typically if I, have my booze. So what I did a little bit differently over this past vacation season, and what I'm going to do differently as I'm leaving for vacation in 2 days, is that I was attaching really my pleasure to the experience that I was having with my family versus saying, okay, I only find pleasure when I have alcohol with this experience. And that's what I always used to do. Like if everyone was drinking, I felt like I was out of like the cool kids circle. And when we went to Disneyland, Disney World, um, I don't know about you, but I don't really associate Disney with like the world's best food. Maybe a lot of
Yeah.
people do, but I was not like, oh my gosh, it wasn't like Italy, going to Italy. Okay.
Yeah.
So we go there and I pack some healthy things, my kind of go tos, like you said, to be consistent and fill in any gaps along the day so that I wouldn't be starving or overeating at my next meal. So that was fine. But really going to the different restaurants, knowing how to order, what to order, and negating alcohol was not a big deal for me. I didn't even need to sip or nibble or anything like that because you know what? I've had great bread before. I've had great wine before. It wasn't like that was the best glass of wine on the planet that I was missing out on.
Right.
So it became a lot easier, and also I attach a big hairy scary goal to that. This was my first I wouldn't say it's not my first, bikini show, but it was one of my first bikini shows that I had to adhere to a certain body shape if I wanted to do well. Where I've competed in the past where the body shapes not necessarily were that defined. It was like you just got to look good and look fit, but you don't have to look like the specific shape, which sounds really weird, I know. So because of that hairy scary goal, I was able to adhere to my goals better while in Disney. And 2 weeks later, I ended up actually earning my pro card with this organization that I competed with. So it was really cool and it was worth it. I made it all worth it.
Totally, totally. And it's hard sometimes to see that in the moment, but
Yes.
you gotta keep your eye on the prize for sure.
It really
Yeah.
is. It really is. And I think that's the thing. So I think to really just have that self awareness. And for those of you following along with us, and if you're getting ready for vacation, it is going to be really important to plan it out right now. Because I think if you're listening to this, you're looking for some advice on how to plan it out. So these are some good kind of fair warnings to give you. Now, as I'm leaving for vacation in 2 days, we are going to the Caribbean to see my mother in law, this little island called Anguilla. It's one of my favorite places to be. I've told this to Andy and Alyssa before. I want to have a wellness retreat on this island. It's so great. Dan and I got married on this island. And I associate this island, believe you me, with lots of alcohol drinking. So here's the deal with myself that I've made. Just like how you're saying, like one treat a day. Am I going to not have a rum punch when I get there? Believe me, I'm probably going to have one, but I'm not going to have like 30. And I'm gonna be, and each day I'm gonna wake up and they have a new gym and juice bar that they opened on the island, and I'm going to make sure that I'm consistent with my workouts because my goal is it's a 10-day vacation. I don't want to come back on that 11th day when I'm meeting with the person who is coaching me for my next show. And she's going to be like, wow, Aubrey, really? What the heck's going on? So that I scheduled a meeting with her specifically at the day after my vacation because I don't want to disappoint her. Because disappointing this person also equates to disappointing myself. Now, if I wasn't doing a show, I've worked really hard over the last several months to really kind of appreciate the skin that I'm in. And I don't want to use 10 days to just come back home and take another 10 days to try to detox. So I
Mhm.
do feel like I would focus still on the same plan that I am now, given a show or not, because it's no fun to feel like complete crap after your vacation.
I agree. That's so smart that you scheduled that appointment then. That's a big
Is it?
tip.
I hope
People should
so.
do stuff like that. Yeah.
I hope
Schedule a
so.
doctor's appointment where you know they're gonna make you get on the scale.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's either that or it's going to really piss me off. We'll see what happens.
Oh, so you said that you often take some food with you, and I know in
Mhm.
Anguilla you're gonna have a house and a kitchen. Like,
Mhm.
what type of stuff do you take? I know what I take. I'll share that with you, but what do you
Yeah.
take with you?
Yeah. So, you know what? For right now, I absolutely do take protein powder, take the shakes. It sounds very cliche, but I think having that is really good because I'm just not going to be able to get protein consistently throughout the day, even though I'm going to have lots of fresh fish, um, and that sort of thing. But in the morning and maybe in the afternoon, that's where those shakes would come in handy. Um, Definitely kind of packing maybe some bars, some nuts, and my mother-in-law lives there, so she is kind of stocking us up with lots of water. I
That's
am going to take probably like my go-to, like my favorite coffee or my mushroom latte, and lots of wine filters, so
yes.
that if I am drinking wine, even though she found me some organic wine on that island,
Oh,
I'm still.
wow.
I know. So they've come a long way, but so the wine filter is just a kind of offset a little the debauchery that might ensue
Yeah,
sometimes.
I love those wine filters. Um, yeah, I usually just do some protein powder and some bars. I mean, I used to
Okay.
take the whole gamut. I would have a giant bag filled with all my food, and it has totally dwindled down as I'm getting older. And I don't know what it is, but usually just protein powder and some protein bars, and I'm good to
Okay.
go. I feel like I've kind of perfected the eating out. And I mean,
Mhm.
we're just, prioritizing the protein and veggies anytime I'm eating out. I feel like we've gotten to the point where we know what to order, we know what to ask for. I mean, almost
Mhm.
every place has a good salad with some protein on it. I mean, I love a Caesar salad with some grilled salmon. That
Yeah.
is my go-to. I think you and I, the last
Mhm.
time we ate out, that might be what we had.
Yes, it is so
So
satisfying. Mhm.
it's not impossible to eat out. I mean, you don't know exactly how they're cooking it, but at this point in my life, I'm okay with that because
Mhm.
I'm still enjoying myself and
Mhm.
I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. But
Mhm.
I'm not just sitting in my house, steaming my own salmon and broccoli.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so my staples, if I got to breakfast, you can get a veggie omelet anywhere,
Mhm.
right? You can get some fresh fruit with your breakfast. So I feel like, we've kind of over the years perfected that, and
Mhm.
it's not impossible to do. So that's probably why I don't take as many things with me. Staying
Mhm.
hydrated, that's another chore for me. Water's always been
Yeah.
hard for me to get in. So I got to take a big bottle with me, and
Yeah.
I know if I can drink 3 to 4 of those a day, I'm good to go. So that's my best bet is if I have the big, not the whole big gallon jug. I used to do that,
Yeah, me too.
but I just do my pink bottle here. So,
Yeah.
all right. What about workouts? What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, well, real quick with water, I just wanted to say I notice when I don't drink enough water that my pattern is I'll kind of blow my diet. And this happens to me like if I'm just drinking too much coffee. Like I just my fantasy is to have a bottomless cup of coffee every morning and not pay for the consequences for it. But if I do that and I'm dehydrated, I see the pattern. So the water is huge. And whenever water bottle you do take on vacation, just know how many ounces are in it. How many ounces do you want? That is kind of my non-negotiable on this vacation is to be like, Aubrey, you are drinking a gallon of water a day in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form. You're going to get that gallon in, come hell or high water, because you know that that will create like that success snowball for the rest of the day. So, yeah, in terms of workouts, again, depending on where you are, you're going to naturally, most often, you're going to naturally be very active on vacation, unless you're going on a cruise. Cruises are different. That might be in a whole other
Yeah.
conversation, but where I'm going, that we're going to be on the beach, we're going to be in the water. We got kids that will keep us active, but being active and having a structured workout are two different things to us, you know? So for me, I am going to make sure that I work out at least 45 minutes a day and that I'm actually that workout is going to be lifting weights in some way. So I'm just targeting one different body part each day so that I can make sure like I feel good about it, more or less it's up here, but it's the way that I start the day. It's my morning ritual.
I agree.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm going to keep that going because my body's already programmed for it.
Right.
It's going to get up early anyway. So I might as well do
That's
something
one
with it.
thing that doesn't change when I go on vacation. I don't miss any workouts. And I know a lot of
Mm,
people are like, screw that. I'm on vacation. I'm not working out.
right.
And
Right.
I'm like, no, that's part of me. I got to get my
Mhm.
5 or 6 days a weekend. And
Mhm.
it doesn't necessarily have to look the same as far as what I like to do when I go to a new city or whatever is find cool new things to do there.
Yeah.
So, maybe I remember in Miami, I used to go to Flywheel, or in Chicago, I would go see my friend and we would go to Soul Cycle, or I'll find an Orange Theory. One time, this was so fun. I was at Avalon in New Jersey at the beach, and
Uh-huh.
there was a little gym like 2 blocks off the beach, and they offered beach boot camps. So you
Oh,
met
cool.
them at the beach. They had ropes and kettlebells and all kinds of stuff there, and we worked out on the beach. We did stuff where we had to run in the water and come out. It was so fun.
Oh, I
So
would
I
love that.
love finding stuff like that in
Yeah.
different cities. Um,
Yeah.
I'm mostly gonna be at hotels this summer, so I'll be doing hotel workouts, but
Mhm.
most places have, your basic set of weights, maybe a TRX, a treadmill, some boxes, whatever. I can
Mhm.
get a good workout in any gym. I mean, if I have
Yeah.
to use body weight, I can do that too.
Yeah.
So I
No,
know who's to beat
I
with it.
really like that tip on like finding different things to do because you're making me think because Andy and Alyssa and I we want to organize this awesome girls trip to Las Vegas in the late fall, and I want to go to the Glute Lab, and
Oh,
that would
yeah.
just yeah, I'm like I've been wanting to go there and just like have a killer glute workout and do all the crazy glute things that are like the trend. So I like to look that stuff up, and since I'm a pole dancer, anytime I go to a different town, I check out the pole dancing studios.
Oh,
So
that's
that
smart.
is yeah,
Yeah.
and something to look
There's
forward to. And you
also
learn
another
something.
guy in Vegas we'll have to go to. He has a place called Phase One Sports. His name is Mike Waters.
Okay.
And I went and did a hill workout with him one time in
Okay.
Vegas. He's
Okay.
awesome. We'll check that one out too.
Okay, that
So,
sounds good because that's how you guys will see like Andy and I balance each other out because when she says you say he'll work out, I'm like, oh, all right. I mean, if you're gonna go to the glute lab with me, then I will do the hill workout. Deal.
we're gonna do some burpees up the hill. I'll bring
Can't
your
wait.
favorite
Can't
stuff.
wait. It's actually not bad, but it's so funny like what you gravitate towards, right?
Yeah.
Like if I was there without you, I would be like, yeah, no. But if you're there, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. So
So
yeah, all
true.
right. I like that. I'm
Okay.
up for that challenge. Very cool.
But I
Yeah.
also try to use my environment wherever I'm at too. So,
Mm,
like, we went to Lake Tahoe and I hiked the whole week because that's some of the best hiking you can find,
wow.
or you can paddleboard, you could rent bikes with your family and go for rides. Like, there's so many things you can do
Yeah.
that if a traditional gym workout isn't necessarily your thing on
Mhm.
vacation, there's lots of other stuff to do.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think that is a commonality with everyone as we do vacation. We're going to Virginia Beach then over the 4th of July. And ironically, someone told me that they have like the best fitness center down there. I did not know about it. I think it's called like Lifespan or something. And he's like, Aubrey, I spent like 3 hours one morning this in the gym. It was so amazing. My wife was gonna kill me because we were on vacation. I was like, thanks for the warning because I could see that happening to me. So it's kind of cool. You feel like just a kid on the playground with some of that. But if you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, gyms just don't do that for me. I think the bottom line is, make sure that you set aside some time, get your morning routine in. That if you're devoting 20 minutes to your workouts, packing some resistance bands, doing some of our workouts, um, planning those in your queue is going to be a game changer for you so that you can just feel like you have the energy, feel like you have kind of like this sense of calmness through your vacation. Because sometimes vacations can feel a little stressful too if you're vacationing with relatives. So that workout's going to be golden for you as well.
Yeah. I also on vacation, I like to increase my NEAT. We've talked about NEAT before,
Yeah.
the non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's basically just your activity outside of your structured workout. So
Hmm.
easy way to do it is to look at your steps per day. So,
Hmm.
the baseline for steps, we all try and get 10,000 steps a day. Well, when I'm on vacation, I'm not settling for anything less than 15.
Okay.
And when I go to like Vegas or Disney, I'm over like 25,000 steps a day
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
So just increasing that NEAT a little bit is increasing your caloric expenditure for the
Hmm.
day. And, that could help for when you get home and whatever, put your real clothes back on or step on the scale, like, just to not blow it up. Um, just increasing your activity throughout the day is going to be a game changer too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think these are all really great. And so, Andy, what is your big vacation that you have planned then this summer, outside of maybe the um, traveling team?
I don't have one. So we're going to Cary, North Carolina in 3 weeks for baseball. Then we go to Hoover, Alabama for baseball. Then we go to Phoenix for
Oh, wow.
baseball, Atlanta for baseball.
Wow.
I think San Diego for
Ooh,
baseball.
holy
So
smokes.
that takes me into August. Now, my mom and I are going to Martha's Vineyard in September. So that'll
Oh
be
my
like my
gosh.
first non-baseball vacation.
Okay.
I'm super excited about that. I've never been there, so I'm really
Me
excited
neither.
about that one.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a great summer, though, really overall. And I'm really looking to you for just so much inspo and hope because I know when Roman, in the next 5 to 10 years, our life is going to change drastically in terms of traveling. And you've got it down to a science. So I know if you can do it, you can make it duplicatable for anybody who has the drive, like myself. And just know that just because you're not in your perfectly controlled little environment at home, you can
Right.
still make this happen, but it does start with a good mindset.
For sure. And I know you're going to have an awesome trip to Anguilla. And I'm
Thank
excited for when you
you.
come back. We need to do a recap podcast for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, to see how I do. So cross your fingers for me. I might have to text you to be like, you know what, Andy, I just had 3 rub punches. Talk me off the ledge. Talk me off the ledge. So
I can do that. I'm supportive.
awesome. I
I don't know.
appreciate
I might be
that.
like, have another
Yeah, right. You got to be careful who you text on these
one.
drunk calls. So I'm gonna find out real quick if Andy has my back or not. We'll see. You could rep me a new one if you see that drunk text come across. Be like, Warwick, reel
I
it
don't
in.
know if you catch me when I'm on a baseball trip, and I've had a couple too. It
Then we're screwed.
could be bad.
Then we're screwed. We don't even take our own advice. Damn it. Okay.
Oh,
Oh God. Okay, guys. We thank you for tuning in. Please share this podcast if you found it valuable, and you could comment. You got to like, and of course, you got to subscribe. All those good things. And until next time, we will see you soon. Keep it strong, keep it sexy, and we appreciate you.
bye, guys.
Bye.